There will you start.
I remember it was a month before the 9/11 in the United States of America. I, train number 8088, was on my regular duty of ferrying Americans from Philadelphia to New York. You see, I meet many passengers day in and day out, but some leave an indelible mark on my memory which refused to fade out. It was one such group of friends who used to board me every day. Their lively chatter used to work the oil on my rustic paths, and their problems would burden me too and would make me creak with sympathy. I was a silent observer to their routine. The group had 3 friends. Let me tell you something about them. Mel. Mel is a businesswoman working for Apple from Canada on her way to New York. Mitch is a professor in the University of New York, has an 8-year-old daughter, is jovial, optimistic and fearless. She is a friend for all. Tina is a writer with a little work experience. She definitely has a philosophical and practical view towards life. That day too, the time was 7:30 a.m. It was just the start of winter and I was empty. The 3 friends boarded me as usual and sat on their seats as usual. Everything was routine. Wait, there was one extra passenger on board that day. Tall, dark, and silent.
The Grim Reaper!
It's
getting really low, right? You know?
Guys,
What?
is that who I think it is? I think so. What's he doing on this train?
How do you know it's a he?
Death is always a guy.
Always?
I think so.
But he's wearing a dress.
Robe. It's a robe. Guys can wear robes.
After a shower, or if there's some kind of judge. True, death is sort of a judge.
True. I see what you mean.
A justice of the peace? No, a justice of rest in peace.
So, what's he doing on the train?
He's got a client, I guess.
One of us?
Nah, he's probably on his way to somewhere.
But why is Death taking the train?
Death taking the train doesn't make any sense. Doesn't that take too long? Our trains never reach anywhere on time. Do they? Shouldn't death be in, I don't know, more of a hurry?
Well, talking about that, maybe not, because modern medicine is keeping people alive for lots of years. So, yeah, maybe that's the reason Death's not in a hurry anymore. Or maybe he's on a tight budget like the rest of us. The bad economy is even affecting Death.
I like Mitch's theory better. I mean, she has a point. People aren't dying as quick as they used to, or as often. Modern medicine can keep people alive for years and years beyond what normally would kill them.
Well said.
Thank you. Oh, did that be an angel then? We're all assuming there is a heaven.
I'd like to think there is. It's nicer that way, thinking there's a beautiful place we would go if we lived a good life and the bad are punished for being bad.
But who decides what is good and what is bad?
God.
And what if you don't believe in God?
That's okay, God still believes in you.
I'd still feel a whole lot better facing death if I knew for sure.
Well, just the fact that we see death sitting right over there gives me some kind of hope that there's something much more beyond life.
Whoa, who would have thought seeing death would make you feel hopeful? That's some serious optimism you got there, Mitch. Thank you.
You know, I'd really like to talk to Death about all this stuff, you know? Good versus evil, life and death. It's all just so... Okay, where are my words? Amazing! He doesn't look much of a talker. And what if he speaks Latin, Korean, Chinese or something like that?
Korean?
Just trying to make a point that he might be from somewhere else.
Or think of it this way. Maybe death has a universal translator that helps him translate and understand all the languages. That would make sense.
No, it doesn't. None of this does. Doesn't it strike you as weird that we have never seen death before?
True. I've never seen death before.
You don't think that means...
What happened to Miss Optimism?
She jumped the train.
Do you think we should warn the conductor? We could get off at the next station.
Aye. Or maybe they said head on without fear.
No,
Let's
come
go.
back. Hello.
Look, I'm a professor. I'm an adult, and I'm older than both of you.
Bitch, please.
Come back. I know what I'm doing.
Some water. What happened? It's like she couldn't breathe. Like the air around him is deadly. Are you okay, Mitch?
Nothing directly, I don't think. It's like the air around him was deadly.
So that's okay. So what are we going to do next? How far is the next station? We could get off. Wait. What if you're already dead and death is the conductor?
You guys can get off. I think I'm gonna stay. But I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. And miles to go before I sleep.
And what if death is going to make you sleep soon? You won't make it anyways.
If death isn't here for us, then we'll waste a lot of time by getting off.
I agree with Mitch. Huh, she does have a point.
The next station is Penn Station. Thank you.
It's the next station. I'm good. Okay, Mitch? Wait until the train stops, idiot. Okay, Mitch? Please. Okay, Mitch, please. Tina? I'm gonna stay.
Give you my reasons.
Okay, Mitch, take care. You too, Tina. You guys still have some time to change your mind. We'll get off at the next station for sure.
Absolutely.
Goodbye. Bye. So, I guess it's either you or me now.
Guess so.
Think Dad will make his decision soon?
Well, I think the chances of either of us dying are equal. So, yeah. What about you? Anxious?
I am both freaked and anxious, with a tiny glimmer of hope that I may live.
Wow. Well, as I always say, it's all up to fate.
In most books I've read, it's always the happy, positive one that death takes. No offense, but I think death is going to take you first. You're pretty optimistic.
No, it's all right. Let's take our mind off who's gonna die, and maybe focus on the pros and cons of dying.
Good idea. You go first though, since you suggested.
Fine. Okay, this is hard. Number 1. I know I'm gonna die, so I could call up my loved ones and, bid my final goodbye. Number 2. Why did I even sign up for this?
I'm surprised you even got to number 2.
I'm gonna get to see the gates of heaven and hell before you.
Speaking of heaven and hell, how do you think they'll be?
Well, I've always thought of heaven as a place on the clouds where the angels dance around and where like every cloud has a silver lining. And you?
The same cloud thing, but I think it would be like walking into a Greek temple-like setting made of white marble and gold with a god sitting at the end of it. Get what I mean?
And hell, what about hell?
I think it's a dark, gray black place under the earth with skeletons of humans walking around, a river of blood, and the sound of screams echoing through the dark.
How scary. I always thought of hell as a fiery place and not under the surface of the earth, obviously, because everything would be too.
You're getting all sciencey again. Get back to the point. You only have a few hours or only minutes to live.
Sorry, my bad. I think hell is a dark place, a fiery place, a place where skeletons roam around and where souls just sort of floating through the air, and a place where he rules.
Oh.
Yeah. So, your turn.
What?
Duh, the cons of the pros of dying.
I don't know. I've still got hope I'm gonna live.
Then skip to the cons.
I'm not dying.
Okay. Then I'll go. Maybe we'll get some inspiration. I won't get my PhD in genealogy. I won't get to continue with my career. I don't know what kind of death he's going to give me. And above all, I'm going to really miss my family.
Wow, that was philosophical.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, I gotta get back to my writing.
Okay. Oh, yep, there's my phone. Hey. Oh. Yep, everything's fine. Yep. I'm gonna be there in a few hours. I have dozens of gifts. Even if I'm not there, yeah, don't worry. You can still celebrate your birthday. I have a lifetime ahead of you. Yeah, I'll be there. Don't you worry. Okay, bye.
The next station is South Park. Thank you.
Here's the next station. I am going this time. Wanna do a coin toss to see who's gonna live?
Can't blame me, I'll actually sense.
Okay. And it's tails! I'm gonna live! I'm gonna live! Look, I'm leaving. Sorry if I hurt your feelings.
It's alright.
You could join me.
Looking at the odds, I think I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Take care of yourself.
Sure.
I'm gonna really miss you. I'll be sure to stop by your house and talk to your daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Bye. So, Death. What's it gonna be? Mr. Death? Sir, I'm trying to strike a conversation with you. Haven't your parents ever taught you anything about mannerism? Or let me guess. Death doesn't even have parents, okay. I'm Mitch. I'm a professor, and I'm trying to strike a conversation with you. Excuse me, sir, don't you... I'm gonna live! I'm gonna live! I'm gonna... Oh. Tina, come back! Oh no, I'm gonna miss you.
Life and death, so unpredictable, so close to each other. We exist moment to moment, never knowing who will be the next to leave this world and who will enter. As the story ends, let me tell you what happens to all. Mel pursued a dream and became an accomplished businesswoman. Mitch was present for each and every birthday of her daughter for years to come. The prankster